What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Garage Gym Gains. I'm Ricky, and this is the home of pretty much everything home gym related. And today we have something very special from you, straight from Dubai. We're checking out Aaron's gym. It's the White Box. The first time I saw this gym, it was in Larry Wheels' video. I believe he was deadlifting there a couple years ago. Might have been when he first moved out to Dubai or when he was going to visit. I don't know. That's not important. The thing is, this is a very awesome gym, one of the most incredible ones we're going to check out, and I am just excited to check it out. So hit the thumbs up for this awesome video that's about to happen, and then subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss the next one. If you have a home gym and you want me to review it or react to it, I suppose, send me a link and I'll probably do it. Make sure you comment down below what your favorite piece of equipment is. I'm going to be looking for mine, and we'll converse at the end.
Hello everybody, welcome to May 21 tour of the White Box, my garage gym in sunny Dubai. So here it is. Show you that tower.
All right, we'll take the first look here. Obviously there's a ton of high quality stuff in here. It looks like it's about a 2-car garage, featuring Brandon up top there on the TV. I don't know what kind of TV that is, but that is incredibly slim. I love it. I'm sure he'll mention that, but lots of cool stuff in here. As you can see, the racks, the bench rack with the monolift attachment, all the bars. Let's look at it. Let's look at it.
A little overview before I do a little walk around. So this is double car garage. We first built this about, 7, nearly 8 years ago. We drilled out the back step, removed the interlock brick, relaid the floor with a concrete rebar floor, super solid, reasonably flat. So that gave a great foundation for everything we wanted to do. The flooring I'm using, I did have horse stall mats in here. They lasted probably a few weeks. I just couldn't get the smell gone. So that was the end of that, and replaced some of these 15 mil, 1 meter square interlock tiles. They've been super solid. Had them ever since, last 7 years, no problem with them at all. So without further ado, we'll just have a little walk around the gym. So first up, just want to start over here. As you come in, control units, temperature, AC, split AC, super important. So hot in Dubai. Remote controls for the various Apple TV and Nvidia Shield. First piece of equipment I'm going to show is the Ski Erg Mark II with the PM5. This was I brought from a friend of mine who won it in a CrossFit competition actually, and sold it to me for a very reasonable $800, brand new. So thanks so much.
I still actually haven't used one of those, but I heard they're absolutely insane, and I'm sure they are. I should probably use one sometime.
Luke. Wife likes that a lot. I use it occasionally. Over here we have pull-up bar. Okay, this is built locally by a company called Dimension Fitness, who built a number of other things in this gym as well. So thanks to Rajbir and those guys. And attached to the pull-up bar, we've got battle rope. Don't really use that much, but what does get a lot of use almost every session is crossover symmetry bands. Used to have a lot of shoulder problems, much reduced over the years of using them. Awesome banner by my friends at Conquering Barbell. Absolutely love it. Street Fighter, so this is too cool. And underneath it, gym logo. So this used to be part of an Ollie platform I had, but it was just taking up too much space, so I had to do away with that. Now, one thing that you probably don't see in too many garage gyms is this. This is a Peak Pilates Classic Reformer. My wife absolutely loves Pilates. So, you know, this gym is for both of us. So she gets that, and very happy. We actually brought it from a business going under, unfortunately, Club Stretch. So we got it at probably 1/3 the new price, because they are ridiculous money should you choose to buy them new. A mirror we got in a thrift sale for $10, $15 maybe. Great, just checking out the form. No, you shouldn't really squat in front of a mirror, but it does make the gym a little bit brighter. Little basketball hoop, Some art up here. So this is some, can't really see those, from my first ever powerlifting meet 5 years ago. Some Clayton Crane slabs and comics. I'm a big fan of Venom. And then over here, the other Concept 2 piece I have, which is the Classic rower with PM5. I bought that second hand for about $800. An American guy was going back home. It only had less than 10,000 lifetime meters on it, so a great deal. In this corner here, we have the yoga mats, yoga blocks, some mobility tools, Sonos subwoofer, Rogue timer, fan, famous whiteboard. Okay, so got my PRs up there, 220 kilo squat, 142.5 kilo bench, 252 kilo deadlift, and then some little buckets containing some knee sleeves, some wrist wraps, some sliders there. Bit of a cupboard of shame actually, and here mostly I'm using the rags and the oil to maintain the barbells. There's some brushes in here as well, some silicone spray should I want to clean the bumpers, a couple more belts, extra wall ball, sandbag, kettlebell there, the Rogue timer, iPad, good for controlling Sonos, and TRX. Now, up here, got a TV. Brandon, the OG of garage gyms alongside Coop. Hugely inspirational, great guys. I've based a lot of what I've done off what I've learned from their YouTube channels. Now, before I go on to that rack,
I agree with what Aaron had to say. Both of them hugely inspirational. My favorite, if I had to pick, being Brandon. Don't let that be too much of an account for the basement, because you know we're Team Garage over here. It'd be cool if I had a basement gym, but we still love him, even though he's in a basement and that nice climate control and no humidity. I'm just gonna keep on what we're doing.
This is probably the newest piece of equipment into the gym here. Stages SC3 bike, spin bike. Amazing tool. I've really started to do over the last 6-7 weeks, a lot of spinning, very enjoyable. I'm currently using a Peloton digital app. So a combination of the watt meter on this and the Apple Watch gives me a good overall view of what I'm doing. I also have the Les Mills app, so I just cast those up to the Apple TV, up to the screen here. Got the Sonos Play 5s either side, and the sub gives a fantastic sound in here. Now, behind that you can see custom storage, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiers. On the bottom, bumpers, then dumbbells, then kettlebells, belts, and then wall balls. So I'll just go into those in a little more detail. So on this side here, these are Elico XF bumpers. So I've got 4 pairs of 20 kilos, 1 pair of 15s, 2 pairs of 10s. I've got some 5s, but I don't really use them. They're in the garage. The white and the red plates you see there are Eleko Technique discs. Got a really great deal on these. Full set plus an Eliko XF 20 kilo bar. It was all about $1,500. Again, gym closing down. Sad story in this town. So super happy to use those. Great for outside work, for deadlifting, or want to put those on farmer's carry handles, or indeed yoke, which I have outside. So great fun, great to use those. And then more recently, I have a pretty large set here of Elico sports training discs, colored ones. I've got 5 pairs of reds, 4 pairs of blues, a pair of yellows, and a pair of greens. These replace my, again, faster cloak-off plates, which are in pounds. I wanted to move to kilos. I bought those a long time ago when I was doing CrossFit. So these were ridiculous money, but the good thing was able to get a pretty good price on the again fasters when I sold them. So pretty happy with those. Now, probably the best deal I ever got from an old gym is these Tko Pro Style Dumbbells. It's a full set starting at £5, going all the way up in pairs of £5 increments to £100. Now, if I was to tell you I got these with 2 racks to store them for $350, you wouldn't believe me, but that's actually the truth. I spent a lot of time cleaning them up and couldn't pass up that bargain.
All right, so in the last video, Texas Flex, aka Mike, or Mike, aka Texas Flex, said he got a Rogue Echo for $75, and I think this probably beat that. Entire set of dumbbells, 5 through 100, $350. TLC or no TLC? That's insane.
Another recent addition to the gym are these Ellico Competition Kettlebells. I was able to get a pair of each and an extra. This is by Dawson Sport, this pink one right here. 4 kilos. Again, for the wife, 8 kilos sometimes is too heavy for some of the moves she wants to do. Belts, big fan of Wildlanders. This is Kabuki Pioneer collab. I've got it signed actually. Bryce Lewis and Larry Wheels, Mike Teixeira as well. And you know, Larry signed that when he came and pulled 426 kilo deadlift here last summer. You can check that on his YouTube channel. I'm a big fan of SBD, knee sleeves, wrist wraps, elbow sleeves, and the belt, great quality. Wall balls, Dynamax, from £6, 10, 14, 16, 20, 25, and £30. Security camera, just in case something happens in here. Now, another door. This has got my ab mats on, my knee sleeves, my wraps, some skipping ropes here. Also weighted skipping ropes, go I think to £3 or £4. Pretty brutal workout. I used to use those back in CrossFit days. Inside this cupboard, it's my training shoes. So I'm pretty much a fan of the Adidas Lightstone 2 for squatting and for bench. Used to squat a lot in Reebok Legacies, but I moved over to the Adidas. I'm trying out the Savaleos at the moment. Probably a little bit soft for me for squatting, but feel awesome for bench, and I deadlifted some Innovates down there. I also have my cycling shoes in the other cupboard as well. Some custom bench boards made by a good friend of mine, Josh. Thank you so much. 1 board, 2 boards, all the way up to 5 boards. This little barbell set is a mark to my past of Les Mills body pump. Still keep them, super useful. Wife uses them a lot in the training that she does. Found an old hanger. So I've used that for bands, Elite FTS, full size and minis and shorties. Also have the same for Rogue bands here as well. So that's really good. I'll go on to the plates in a minute. But first, we'll just go over here for some quick look at the speciality bars I have. So let me just zoom out a little bit. Okay, so starting in this corner here, this is a 5-foot axle bar from Force USA. It's not bad. Occasional use as an overhead press. Used to use this quite a lot. Emax Barbell, really fun for shoulder stability. Used the shorty bands, hang a couple of kettlebells off the end. Fantastic activation. The Rogue E-Coat Easy Cool Bar, bit gutted they've released the Cerakote one. I do like a good Cerakote finish. This bar here is the Rogue Ohio Deadlift Bar. This is actually a bare steel bar, and it's boneyard. And don't know if you can see, the only thing is a bit of a double track knurling just outside of the ring. Doesn't affect it anyway. I was a bit disappointed when that happened, but it's perfect in use. And a recent grab is the Kabuki Cadillac Bar. Very nice so far in the initial use of it. So I've got a couple of Rogue cinder blocks here. Super useful for block pulls and all manner of other stuff. And something I waited a very long time for is the Kabuki Transformer Bar. version 4. And actually what you can see behind it, this is actually insulation. These garage walls are stippled, so this provides a little bit of protection. I have that as well around various areas of the gym, just to protect the equipment. Now, if I step back a little bit, I'll talk to you a little bit about what we've got here in terms of rack. So, I don't think you'll have seen a rack like this before because it was custom built for me by Dimension Fitness. 6-post rack, loosely coupled, loosely based on the Monster RM6. So using, instead of 3-inch, this is 80 mil tubing, 5 millimeters in width. That would be equivalent to 7 gauge, so it's super beefy. They also built me this insert, deadlift insert, super space saving. It's 40 mil. I brought some very nice German sports tiles, 40 mil in depth. They're super quiet, with drop-in bumpers or steel on them. So it works out really well. Probably not so great if you're a sumo lifter, although you can probably sneak your toes underneath that cross member there. Now, from a J-cups perspective on this rack, I started out with Rogue sandwich J-cups. And I had these modified and painted to fit the rack because obviously the hole sizing is a little bit different. And strap safeties, also Rogue, that have been modified by Dimension Fitness to fit. Now, I wanted to move to roller cups, and easier said than done. These are Ghost Strong, the J hooks, the roller return J hooks, version 1s, which I picked up in their sale for $200. And I had them modified, so we had the pin modified to fit, an extra clamp to stop play.
I really do need to get some of the Ghost J-cups. I love my Titan series J-cup rollers, but I'd like to try out Ghost as well.
White, and they work fantastic. Took some time, bless them, Rajbir, to work that out, but really happy with that, and they're a pleasure to use. Inside the rack, this is an Elico Classic adjustable bench, which I brought during COVID. I actually ended up trading it for some red Elico plates. It's a bit of a longer story, and I'll come to that a bit later on. But that was one thing the gym was missing for a long time, was an adjustable bench. So really happy to have that. And super, super, super solid. Let me just see if I can just zoom in a little bit on my logo. That was laser cut into there. I probably need to get some perspex to show that a little bit better. There we go. Okay, now, in terms of plates on this rack, these are my Elico calibrated plates, and there's a lot of them. I have in total 8 pairs of reds, 10 pairs of blues, a pair of 15s and 2 pairs of 10s, plus the change plates. I have Elico weightlifting change plates, competition ones for powerlifting, and these barbell for boobs ones, and I'll show you those plates in a moment. Why do I have so many blues? Well, I wanted to get 6 pairs of blues from the original 1 pair, and then there was a whole bunch of shipping issues between Sweden and Dubai, meaning I ended up effectively with 7 free plates from Elico. So unbelievable customer service, really. So thank you so much, guys. I also have the Rogue 2.5 kilos and 5 kilo, those red ones at the bottom there. Technique plates, super fat, super fun, super useful, particularly for the wife, and makes me feel like I'm benching a lot if I'm using them for bench. My barbell collection. So I'll go through each of these so you can get a feel of what I've got. First up, I had a custom barbell holder made, and again I put some of that insulation behind just to protect when re-racking the barbells. First up, the Duffle Bar by Kabuki, bright nickel, beautiful bar. I use it mainly for bench. I'm a high bar squatter, so I don't get so much action or so much benefit from using it for squats, but for bench, extra ROM is fantastic. But that kind of been replaced with the Kabuki Cadillac Bar, but this gives regular grip versus neutral grip on the caddy. This big beast here is the Rogue stainless steel Ohio squat bar, 32 mil, fully knurled, an absolute monster. Next to it, 2 Rogue Ohio bars in Cerakote pink. One's 15 kilos, one's 20 kilos. Got them for me and my wife. She uses it regularly. She started squatting and deadlifting, so proud of her. This is an Elico, very old, bit battered, Elico aluminium technique bar, 10 kilos. Next to it, this one here is a beauty. This is a Rogue Ohio deadlift bar, Cerakote in black. I absolutely love this bar. If I'm going to try for super heavy deads, this is the one I'm using. And I'm typically training with the bare steel one I showed you earlier. One of my favorite powerlifting bars is the Athlete Edition 4 Cerakote Rogue Ohio Power Bar. It feels kind of chalky, not quite as sharp as the non-coating, but just for me, just feels super great in hand when I'm benching. Really like that a lot. This is an interesting bar. This is American Barbell Cerakote stainless steel bar. It's got very mild knurl, very mild. But it's a nice bar. Feels good for squatting. Not too high. I don't use it that much, but it is an extremely nice bar. Next to this is the Elite.
I would say so far this is one of the best selections, if not the best. Might be the best selection of bars we've seen on here so far. Incredibly impressed.
XF 15 kilo bar. Another one for the wife. Next to that, we've got the Kabuki Next Gen Power Bar. This is actually a blemish bar. You can see here that the centers marks aren't even. Other than that, the bar is pretty much perfect. One of the first power bars I ever got. This is Rogue Ohio Power Bar in bare steel, Boneyard one. I got it for like $140. So anything that requires a bit of smackdown, going to get a bit battering, this is one that gets pulled out. One of my favorite bars, this is the, again, Ohio Power Bar, but this time in stainless steel. This is a pound version. I found a pound version a bit more useful because wider collar gives a little bit more clearance in the racks. Next to that, an Elico XF hybrid bar, the 20 kilo variant that I got in the set with the XF discs. Super nice bar. I like that for deadlifting actually. Super whippy for deadlifting. The Daddy, I don't want to touch this too much. This is the Ellico Competition Bar. I regularly oil this to protect its bare steel lushness. So that gets a lot of looking after, particularly in a garage gym. One bar I use probably more than any is the Elico Performance Power Bar. So this is effectively the same as that, but it's got a bit of a chrome finish on it. It can be criticized to be a little bit slippy, but I find no real issues using it. Throwback to my CrossFit days, this is an Elico weightlifting training bar. Very nice. And for my collection, this is the Texas Power Bar. I would love a Texas deadlift bar, but Power Bar feels pretty similar. So we'll just step back again. Let's show you those barbells. This is 6-7 years of collecting.
It honestly still blows me away how many calibrated plates he has. That's insane.
To get these didn't happen overnight. Custom sign, white box, water cut steel on a nice background. That was done by my friend Josh. Chains, I love these easy loaders and easy straps by Elite FTS. I've got 3 sets of chains. The first one, these long ones, these are for deadlifts. I have these set up for squats, and these shorter ones set up for bench. So super useful not to be able to mess with them. They're perfectly set up so that I get great deload at the bottom of the chains. Now, let me just finish up on the wall here actually. Mag grips, full set. Love these things. I was talking about maybe getting prime handles, but this is more than enough for me. On here, this is where my collars are. From the original Oso collars before they got acquired by Rogue. Also Prolocks. It's unfaded, but had them engraved. Dip belts, Mighty, the collar locks, the Rogue aluminium ones, the bench blocks, some carabiners if I needed for bands. Down here, these are the Elico dumbbell handles. Okay, and I've got the full set with the volcano plates, and those volcano plates sit over on the power rack. Now, again, something very unique to the white box is this bench cage. This bench cage was, again, built here locally by not a fitness fabricator. It's actually a guy who builds equipment for oil rigs, and came around with his CAD guy and built this to my exact specification. Again, 80 mil casing. This is even thicker steel, probably closer to 3 gauge, basically indestructible. Checker plate, spotter plates, water engraved numbers, 1-inch hole spacing. I've got the Rode mono hooks, custom modified by Dimension Fitness and painted. A lot of the work that went into this was getting this bench mounted on a tripod to remove the bar that's on the west side, and then it is a super thick 5 millimeter bed for both the bottom and the top of the bench. This thing is going nowhere fast. Band peg holes on the sides. Okay, and using these pipe pin safeties. I like a real complete dead stop as opposed to straps on bench. I've got another pair, so if you can do reverse bands on here as well. And mated with a fat pad which has got a bench cover over it. Bench cover, in my humble opinion, provides unmatched stickiness. The plates on the bench here were a recent birthday present for my wife. Barbells for boobs, limited edition from Elico. They were ridiculous money, took ages to get here, but super happy with them. The garage door, the Elico banner, fully insulated to help maintain the temperature. Works out really well, and it doesn't really get above 84 Fahrenheit in here, but it might be 120 outside. Concept 2 bike. I used to use this a lot before the spin bike came along. Wife's still using this one a lot. Super nice Eleko Classic Ghd. I got this in a complex trade. I had a 400-pound set of Rogue training discs, which I ended up exchanging for this Eleko Ghd over the course of COVID. I also ordered a number of accessories that don't come as standard. First up, band peg attachments. Next, the knee pad. And on the back there you can see 3 calibrated plates. For ballast, there's a pin that they sit on that was also an extra. Behind the GHD there, you've got the Elico open trap bar. Super good, I really like that a lot. And to finish, from an equipment perspective, is a lat pull down low row. It's not got a particularly big stack, but it was very cheap. I got it for about 800 bucks. And it's good enough for me, and I've got a gym pin. Shout out to the boys at Gym Pin, if I need to load that up a bit more for rows, but it works well enough for the handles. So that's the white box. I hope you enjoyed the tour. So I'll just finish up with a little pan.
Man. Aaron, first off, thank you so much for letting us check out your garage gym. Everybody else, I just accidentally played another video. All right, like I said, thank you so much for letting us check out your garage gym. Everybody comment down below what your favorite part about the gym is. I'll give you a little bit of time. I'll tell you the first thing that caught my eye, especially, other than just the whole walkthrough in general, the dumbbells. That was a heck of a steal. The 5-through-100 for 350 bucks. That's insane. Even if you did have to clean them up a little bit. But that's not my favorite thing. Are you ready? My favorite thing is all of those Elico calibrated plates, because there's so many of them. I didn't do the math on it, but I think it's somewhere around 2,000, over 2,000 pounds, I believe. I'm not quite sure exactly how many you said, but those are sweet. Overall, obviously an incredible gym. You already know that, as does everybody else. But everybody comment what your favorite part of it was. If you had to pick one thing, what was your favorite part? That also reminded me, I really want to get a monster west side bench. I I'm a camera cut out on me. What I was saying is it reminded me that I really want to get a monster west side bench. I just don't know where to put it. If anybody has any ideas, definitely let me know. But anyways, hit a thumbs up for the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. A lot more videos like this coming down the chute. If you have a home gym that you want me to react to or review, record a video of it horizontally, upload it to YouTube, and send me the link. It's as simple as that. No, really, it's as simple as that.